Hello everyone. So I have noticed this trend of scan to BIM applications or startups, whether it is laser scanning or photogrammetry. I even interviewed 2 companies doing scanning when I was at Autodesk University in London, but I'm not quite convinced yet how or if it is beneficial for a building project. So today I'm meeting up with one of those startups and they're going to tell me all about it, and I'm going to find out for you how you can apply it to your building project. So I am at the NavVis office now with Georgios, feeling very much like a journalist with my microphone. So how are you?
Fine, welcome Jacqueline, thanks for your visit and thanks for being here. It's a pleasure.
So maybe you can tell us a bit about NavVis and what you were doing there.
So my name is Georgios Pavlidis. I'm a diploma civil engineer by education with a master in computational mechanics from Technical University of Munich here, and I'm working here at NavVis as a solution manager, focusing mainly on the surveying and AEC industry. As a solution manager, I'm responsible for bridging the gap of our innovative technology, NavVis technology, and the needs of our customers. NavVis develops an innovative hardware and software to efficiently scan, navigate, and digitize indoor spaces. We are a Munich-based startup with now more than 150 employees and customers all around the world.
Cool. And so my question today is, what is the whole fuss about scan to BIM?
Yeah, actually there are a lot of articles and blog posts around scan to BIM, and this is like a buzzword, you know. I will try to explain it as simple as I can. So scan to BIM is made up of 2 parts, the scan part and the to BIM part, as it is obvious, okay? So the scanning is the process of capturing 3D data from a physical site or space or building, and this is often done using tripod-based laser scanners or mobile solutions like our M6 trolley, when speed is of great importance. And the end result of this process is what we call point cloud. So point cloud is just a collection of points in a given coordinate system. And then the second part, the to BIM part, is refers to the process of translating this detailed but dumb point cloud into a 3D intelligent model, the BIM model, what we call BIM model. And this is the whole process. Yeah, in just a couple of words.
And how does NavVis organize this whole process?
So yeah, let me show you an example of how this looks like. So this is a typical scan to CD or scan to BIM workflow according to NavVis. So we have in total 4 steps. In the first step, we have the data acquisition. So NavVis M6 trolley can capture 3D data really fast compared to static solutions, up to 10 times faster.
And what data does it collect?
Yeah, it collects, good question. Yeah, actually it collects the point cloud, and also it has 6 images that capture photos during the scanning. And this is also really important. And of course, sensor data if required. The second step is to process the data, the point cloud and the images in order to create the 5mm resolution point cloud and a panorama using our NavVis mapping software. And then the next step is to take this point cloud, this NavVis point cloud, and import this in a point cloud editing software like Autodesk Recap. You can import any point cloud, for example, in E57 format, and then there, the BIM modeler can trim away objects like, for example, human or people that they just going around during the scanning. And of course, you don't want to model this in your BIM software. And by this, you just decrease the size of the point cloud of the project. And of course, you can then easier manage your project. And then in the third step, in this step here, you can export this as a recap project, for example, in RCP format, and this is easily imported afterwards in your BIM software, in this case in Autodesk Revit. Yeah, and then this last step, number 4, is the trickiest one, because, and also the more time-consuming, because the BIM designer should trace over the point cloud in order to create an accurate BIM model, and this is something that takes quite a while. On top of this, after the second step, NavVis offers a web-browsed solution to upload all the data. By data, I mean the point cloud and the panorama as well. And this is a web-browsed solution. That means that you don't need to install any software on your computer, and this is easily accessible to all stakeholders in the project, for example. And in NavVis Interviewer, you can stream your point cloud and the panorama as well. This is also quite important. And last year, last year, we launched our Revit plugin. And people can easily download it from the Autodesk App Store. It's for free. And with this plugin, you can connect your BIM model with your NavVis instance. And that gives the chance to our customers to create or update a new BIM model from the scratch much easier, faster, and much more efficient.
And how so?
Yeah, maybe I can give you a live demo how this looks like.
Okay.
So here we have
the famous golden nugget.
The famous golden nugget project, exactly. So this is just a 3D perspective view, how it looks like. And then if we move to, let's say, a floor plan view, this is just the ground floor. You can connect. So you can see here the NavVis add-in. This is successfully installed in this computer. The first step is, of course, to connect your Interviewer instance with this BIM model, and then you can click, for example, at every point on your floor plan, and the corresponding panorama pops up. So, for example, here you can see the panorama, how it looks like. So this is like a 360-degree.
Yeah, so this is the footage that you got from the cameras on the trolley?
Exactly. And behind these photos, we have also the point cloud. And this is really important because you can also measure or create some tags, some annotations. And here, for example, you can see that in this case, your BIM model says that, okay, we have a table with 4 chairs and the kitchen here, but the wall, the glass door here is not displayed. And then what you can do, for example, this is just the workflow that many of our partners are following, is you can create an annotation and you can say, okay, please update your BIM model.
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Then you can just attach a category and you can save it. And this is how you can, let's say, verify that you have accurate and valid BIM model.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I would imagine that also the 3D image really helps when you have to model the project.
Exactly.
Scratch, right?
So right now we are talking about, this is a typical example when we have an existing building. And this is when you have an existing building, this is the workflow, more or less. You can detect classes, you can detect inconsistencies between your BIM model and the reality. But when we are talking about new projects, what you can do is, what we have seen our partners doing actually, is that they have 2 monitors, 2 screens. On one screen, they have Autodesk Revit, for example, with the imported point cloud. And then on the other screen, they have this Interviewer instance, this panorama view. And of course, when you are working as a BIM designer or BIM modeler, then it's much more easier to trace over a dump point cloud and create some object. And of course, you can easily attach some information about, for example, what type of window do I have, what kind of door do I have. And of course, then the level of detail of this BIM model increases.
That's very cool. So this would be the 2 typical use cases?
Yeah, exactly. So the first case is that when you have an existing building, you can update your BIM model. using a NavVis interviewer.
As built, as planned comparison?
Exactly,
okay.
As built as planned comparison. And the second case is when you have a new building, you can start from the scratch building your BIM model by just tracing over the point cloud, but on the other screen you can have also the panorama views, and you can have a look on the actual state of the building without being there. So as a BIM modeler, you don't need to go to the building, you don't need to go there, travel and take some photos and go back to your office and sort all the images. It's just that your reality is on your browser.
So I think we're at the end of it. So thank you very much, Georgios.
Thanks a lot for your visit. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Well, I learned a lot, so thank you. And actually, Georgios agreed to do another video with me. We're going to do a tutorial because I never worked with those point clouds in Revit, so he's going to show me how to do that, right?
Yeah, maybe a step-by-step tutorial how to transform this dump point cloud into a 3D BIM model. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. So stay tuned for that, and then see you again.
See you.
Bye-bye.